Welcome to the Uncle's Lounge, a place where we have wholesome conversation about the Black community. Positive or negative, we take a deep dive to bring it all together to draw inspiration from, and from that inspiration to form unity and progress. And now, your uncle and mine, Dr. Yah-Frey Jasper.
I'm so glad you tuned in. Well, today I have two wonderful guests. And my guests today are my grandson, my spiritual grandson, Asaph Darby, and Terrell Washington. It is so good to see both of y'all. How you guys doing?
Great, doing great.
Y'all doing great? Everybody's doing great?
Yeah, can't complain.
Can't complain. Okay. So y'all the Gen Z generation, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what's the age group for the Gen Z? What is the age group for that? What is it about?
It's a good. Well, let's see. I'm 27, so
Okay.
I say I don't know how low it go.
Right.
But I know how high it go.
You know how it goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, and so you guys have a different perspective on life.
For sure.
You guys, you don't have the old foggy perspectives and the old historical perspectives like a lot of the older generations. Am I right?
Right.
So I love that. I love that. And Brother Terrell, I heard that you're an artist.
Yes.
Tell me something about it.
Yes. So I like to call my work religious surrealism. I like to talk a lot about God and things, and I like to talk about my dreams and nightmares, and I try to just manifest that into a tangible form to share with everybody.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So I hope that it's very. How do I explain it? I don't know. Like I hope it comes alive to people.
I got that.
Yeah.
Well, it would, because you know why? You brought something from the invisible into the visible realm. So you brought something from your mind and you put it on canvas. So yeah, it will do what it needs to do. It will perform what it needs to perform. Well, that's a good thing. Now, tell me about this podcast that you have.
Yes, sir. So came up with the podcast about 4 years ago.
Okay.
It's called Gems from Gens. So that's GEMZ. You know how people say I'm dropping gems.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So from
yeah.
Gens, so Gen Z,
Yeah.
just a play on words. And honestly, it was really birthed years ago. This my cousin right here. We actually used to spend a lot of time on the phone, and we used to talk about anything since we were young.
Okay.
And we spent hours on the phone just talking about God, just the unknown, just deep stuff, the future. And flash forward 4 years ago, I came up with the idea to just do a podcast. I was like, man, we spent so much time talking on the phone, you know, and then I actually met another friend named Kiana on set. And I met her when she's a little younger than me, so we actually spent a lot of time on the phone talking about a lot of the stuff that me and him talked about.
Okay.
She just had a different perspective on a lot. This just proves that wisdom doesn't come with age. It does come with
Right,
age,
yeah.
but it doesn't only come with age.
Right.
It was a lot of things that she knew about that I didn't know that she taught me, but it was very ironic because in the end, obviously she was a blessing to me, but God used me to be a blessing to her and kind of created a positive shift in her life.
Okay.
And I'm grateful for that. So I'm rambling, but long
No,
story
you
short,
good.
my cousin, my friend Kiana, and my wife Jemiah, we're all different. We're all from Gen Z, have different perspectives on a lot of things, and a lot of similarities.
Okay.
And then we just decided to make this thing happen. I brought the idea to everybody, put everybody together, and we made it happen.
And y'all made it happen.
We made
And
it happen.
it's been on now. It's been airing now how long?
4 years. Yes, sir.
That's consistency.
Yes, sir.
And it's every what?
Right now it's in post recording. We just record on an in-post.
Okay, I can just let the info just come out. And something comes
Yes,
up.
sir.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm an impulse writer.
Hey, yes, sir.
Listen, man, listen. I'll get something Thursday that I'm not going to speak until 3 months from now, but I have it. You know what I mean? It's there, and I have it. And so, that's good. Okay, well, tell me this. What is your relationship with God? How do you see God?
Ooh, that's deep. I ain't expect you to ask that. I ain't gonna lie.
Because I love that part where you say you want to just take what's in you and you love God. So I said, well, let me just, I want to hear it.
Yeah, because I feel like I've been through like a lot of, for one, identity crisis, and with my mother, she been sickly in the past a lot. She had breast cancer, a brain tumor, and then had something like in her kidneys where I forget what you call it, I don't know, but it was like she had to have like little bags on the side where people would come out of and things, and she would have like really bad muscle spasms and things. So it's just, and all that started when I was like 14 in the midst of like my grandma passing. So I had to take care of her a lot, me and my older sister and things.
So you take care of your grandma?
Yeah.
That's important.
My mom.
Your mama, right.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of hard to describe a lot of what you feeling and things with words. So you have no choice. So I do thank God in that respect that I do have something where I can articulate how I feel and things that I like see or whatever. So yeah.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of lost my train of
Oh,
thought.
that's all right.
Your relationship with God.
Your relationship with God. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's been kind of complicated.
Okay.
Cause I know I used to like have like one-sided arguments with God and things, and be like, like why this, why that, like, especially like with me like constantly having like. It's just kind of hard to talk about. I'm sorry,
I understand.
But
Listen.
yeah, I be having a lot of dreams sometimes where it be kind of dark in nature and things. So I be thinking to myself like, hey, like is this like, of course, God trying to tell me something and things? Because I'm really a big believer on dreams and things, and I don't know, and I think about Revelation a lot.
Revelation.
In the Bible.
The Bible, Revelation. Oh, and what brings your mind towards Revelation? What makes you think about Revelation?
I mean, it's just the thought of living in a reality where everybody lives forever and is free of any negativity or pain, and you also get to be with this all-powerful being. Who everybody would love to see and know and be, physically and things. Because I always thought it was interesting even when I was a kid, because my brother's a minister, and he would have like all these different books and things, and I'll be very interested in it. Like I said, and ironically, a lot of it was Revelation and things. So it was terrifying, but it was also extremely interesting, especially with the way the world going and things.
Right. So it's terrifying, but yet a relief.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I said, I'm very interested in it. So with all that being said, it kind of scares me because going back to the whole identity crisis things, like, darn, I ain't trying to like,
What is the identity crisis?
not be on the side of God and things.
Okay, but what is the identity crisis? What is the identity crisis?
Me not liking females and things, and it just.
Okay, so you're gay.
It was just,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
It was just always like really hard for me in that respect.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, when I talk about it, they be like, "Oh, you still like believe in God, but you like."
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes people think that if you're gay, that you can't believe in God.
Yeah.
They think if you're gay, God don't have nothing to do with you.
Because honest to God, like, I would ideally I would love to like not be attracted to any damn body.
Okay.
I ain't mean to cuss, I'm sorry.
Right, but that's okay. Don't worry about it. We go ahead. Don't worry about it.
You
Don't
know
worry
what
about
I'm
it.
saying?
Don't worry about it.
But,
Okay.
And just, I don't know, live celibate for God,
Okay. Well, let me tell you something on that now. If that's something you want to do, not bother with nobody, just live celibate for God. It only takes one thing to do that. It's just a made-up mind.
Yeah.
It's a made-up mind where you get to yourself. You say, you know what? I don't want to do this or that. I'm going to do this. And I'm just going to stay in this lane. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to stay in that lane.
Yeah.
But to stay in that lane, it takes a made-up mind.
It does.
But let me say this to you, and I want to help you.
Listening.
Okay? Because you have an alternative lifestyle, the love of God for you has not lessened. And you need to understand that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say it to you again. Because you have an alternative lifestyle does not mean that God does not love you
Yeah.
at all. He's not human. He's not us. We know what his word says, but we know how his love extends. You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, he loves you just like he loves anybody else. And the thing that you should try to settle in your mind is, okay, yes, God, I'm in this place or whatever, but that still don't mean you don't love me.
Yeah.
I still have a Heavenly Father I could talk to all the time. I still have a Heavenly Father I could depend on if I need something to talk to. You understand what I'm saying to you? So because you have an alternative lifestyle does not mean that God doesn't love you.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, because listen,
And I don't want you to walk
recognizing the
around with that.
blessings.
I don't want you to walk around with that guilt or nothing like that.
Yeah.
You hear me? I don't want you to do that because you are loved by God. We all are. You hear what I'm saying? Everybody in this world is loved by God. So I want you to keep that in the forefront, that you're loved by God. And if that decision for you is you say that's what you want to do, it just takes a made up mind. It takes a made up mind. Well, let me ask y'all this. Y'all from the Gen X generation, right?
Gen Z.
Gen Z generation Z. I'll ask this question. How do the young people feel now that a lot of you guys grew up with gay friends? Correct? Around them? So how do y'all feel? How does this generation feel opposed to my generation about alternative lifestyles? Y'all accept it? Y'all say it's cool? These are our people? These are our folks? How do y'all deal?
Let me put it this way. The world is changing quickly, and I believe that there is still a big divide, and you have your fair share of people that 1,000% support it, of course, and then you have your fair share of people that don't. So there's still friction, and there's still warfare there, if you will. And a lot of that just comes with the technological advancements we're exposed to more. Free speech is more prevalent than ever. And so I don't, if anything, I think it changed more so in a way to where people are able to express how they feel about X, Y, Z now.
Okay.
You know, so I don't, other than that, I don't really think it has changed much other than that.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other than that. Okay. Well, beautiful. Look, it's your generation. Y'all know that's why I'm getting information from y'all. Y'all know, and I'm learning. Is that all right? And I'm learning as it go. All right. Well, let me ask both of you this. In the black community, if there's anything you can change to make it better, what would it be?
I say us not wanting to be a part of the bling bling culture.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying? Because too many of us is too hypnotized and dazzled by the shiny things that don't last. You know, and a lot of times you see people, they be pretending like they got it all, got all this money, with clothes and jewels and hair and things and this and that and the other, and shoot, they broke, struggling to pay their car note, working at McDonald's. You know, it's just real tacky. So a lot of us need to be focusing more on generational wealth and producing, you know, children into this horrible generation and make them, you know what I'm saying, and just make them better people. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, raising kids, rearing kids is very important because they learn a lot. They soak up a lot. So it's like as they get older and then people be acting crazy, that we got these crazy adults now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if we would have taught them right,
they wouldn't have gone in that path.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I would say definitely, like I said, not following
For the bling.
before the bling.
I like the word you use.
Yeah.
You use the word hypnotized.
Yeah, because we are
Because that's what it is.
very
I
much
like
so.
that. I like that word.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody want to be rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not to say that's not the
Right,
goal.
right, yeah, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
you shouldn't
yeah,
get that, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
like too many of us want, not to say that, you know, you can't be a rapper either, but too many of us want to be rappers and things like
Right,
that.
right,
Whatever.
right.
More of us need to be lawyers and
Doctors
doctors
and-
and attorneys and so on and so forth.
Listen to these are young people talking, y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
These are young people talking, guys.
know.
Listen to that.
Everybody can't be.
Everybody can't be Jay-Z.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can't be 50 and
For sure.
can't be right.
But
Yeah.
those of us too in the black culture too that do get in those high positions, I feel like clearly you're there for a reason. So you need to produce music and give out information, yada yada yada, that's gonna benefit us and help people. But at the same time, it is a change of mindset too. It is a change of mindset because if you can't, the community can't change the mindset, nothing's gonna change either. Even if that celebrity comes by.
Right, right.
But
I like that. The
I think
community
I got
changed the
that from
mindset.
him actually.
I like that.
But
I like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I got to say.
Well, that's good. You said some good stuff. If the community don't change their mindset, and I like the part you said about the hype. We're hypnotized by the hypocrisy of it, and I like that because that's all it is the hypocrisy of it. It makes us buy into a false reality. So in buying into that false reality, it hypnotizes us, and we don't know what priorities are anymore. And you said it just right. Beautiful, beautiful way you put that. I love that. How about you, there, grandson? What you?
I definitely agree with him. The division is a big thing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if we could just get the black folk to stick together and realize that we are not each other's enemy, I think, I know a lot would change. And then there's also this this mindset that we carry as black people. I want to say this hood mentality. Let me say it like this, because I don't want to knock anybody. It's a good thing, but it's also not a good thing. You gotta know when to turn it off. It should be a switch, and that's what I always tell like a lot of my friends and stuff like that. Like, it should be a switch. It's okay to be about that life, but be about that life when it's time to be about that life. Don't just be about that life
when you just want to be about that life.
Yeah, turn that thing off.
Yes,
You gotta know when to turn it on.
Listen
and
to
know when
that.
to turn it off.
Yes.
You know, so hear it from me.
Yes,
Somebody who
yes.
you know, you look at me and wouldn't think I would harm a fly. And honestly, I'm not that guy. You
Right,
know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I grew up with great parents. I'm not scared to say it.
That's right.
But however, I'm pretty sure deep down inside I have that switch to where if it came down to it, somebody messed with my mom, my wife, my nieces, any of my family members, I could go there.
Yeah.
But it's all a part of that switch, you know. You got to reach down your core and just turn it on and turn it off. So that's the big thing. I'm not, like I said, it's not about it being wrong or right. It's just about knowing that there's a time and a place, and that is when you think about the spectrum of good and evil, it's just figuring out how to be centered, right? Because balance is perfection, and when you think about it, it's not perfection is a fallacy unless we're talking about the perfect being, right?
Yes,
but
yes.
balance is the thing that we should be striving for, because it teaches you how to utilize your emotions and stuff like that. And so bringing it back all around full circle, that's what I mean by it's not good or bad. It's just a time and a place for it that makes it good or bad.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Wow. Wow. Boy, you must be coming from a line of preachers. I'm telling you, you must be coming from. It's powerful.
maybe, I don't know.
You must be.
Gotta check
It
my
might be.
history.
You got to check that out. Beautiful answer. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful answer. You know what I love about your generation? This is what I love about your generation. You guys are so articulate until it's ridiculous. You have no problem knowing how to express what it is that you feel, what it is you're going through. You just know how to do it.
That's one thing
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, y'all do.
Facts.
Yeah, because I guess because you guys are talking a lot and social media now, because you guys are like the social media kids.
For sure.
You know, I grew up in another generation. You know,
Everybody outside.
yeah, exactly. But you guys, I mean, you computer savvy. You're having conversations with people all over the world. Am I correct? So you're getting a whole. Me, I was closed in. The furthest I could talk to somebody was from down south. You know, when you know your age. So you guys have a gamut of things that you guys can do, and to improve the world. I love that. All right. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to help me here. Do you guys believe in your heart that there is a certain level of violence that now comes out of your generation and that age group that we've kind of never seen before?
1,000%.
Because
Okay.
Chicago,
For sure.
21, 22, New York, Brooklyn, 20, that.
1,000%. I was just actually having a conversation with somebody about it the other day, and there definitely has been a shift because when I was younger, and I was actually privileged to be able to experience the best of both worlds with being outside, but then also having the technology.
Yes.
You didn't hear about all this stuff that's happening now. I mean, you heard about it, but you didn't hear about it. Like,
Right.
Like maybe one occasion or event here, you heard somebody killing somebody.
Yeah.
You know, a 14-year-old boy killing
Yeah.
a 20-year-old. Like, but we have become desensitized to it now. It has
That's
become
it.
so normal, and it is sad. It's sad.
I completely agree.
You agree?
I think it's, I don't know, it's weird. I say it all the time that I think like when 2020 came around, like it felt like there was like this force or energy that kind of came down, like it's just real heavy.
Just rested.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it just seemed like after that, everything just been on fire, right? You know,
Good point.
you know, with COVID and Red Moon's been coming back to back. I don't know. I'm real like particular with it. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, with all the violence and the killing, a lot of people are angry.
Yeah.
And just bitter, and like there's just, like you said, we're very desensitized to the violence and things. It's very good. Let's watch it. Let's love it. You know.
Yeah.
Like, and there's so many horror movies that's back to back. It makes
And the games.
Yep. And notice too,
Those
a
are
lot of it be like, it's very like demonic in nature.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yes sir. Yes
And
sir.
like me being an artist, I notice colors and themes all the time, and it's a lot of red, a lot of red. It's a lot of red going on. So yeah, it's pretty deep. It's pretty deep. We definitely should do something about it. I don't know.
What,
But hey.
okay, you said we should definitely do something about it. What would be a suggestion to help change that out of the minds of this generation? What do y'all think would be just something that could help? Something that we need to get rid of, add to, take away, what?
It's a tough question. I mean, I definitely, something he said earlier about, let's say like the wealthy in our communities, like these rappers and stuff. I think half of the battle is starting with their mindset because the kids look up to that.
Yes, sir.
You know how many people that I've had come to the studio and they just want to rap because they saw so and so do it. They want to rap because they saw this person do it because they think that it comes with a certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
Only to be let down in the end when they find out their favorite rapper is buying fake jewelry.
Wow. Did you hear that? Their favorite rapper is buying and wearing fake jewelry. And that's the truth. That's the hypocrisy of it. Yes.
Exactly. So that's really half the battle right there. If the wealthy inspirational figures, ironic, in our communities can change their mindset, then maybe, just maybe, we'll start to see some change in the younger generation or the generation coming up. And that's just my opinion.
Wow. Same with you.
Yeah, I think also it takes understanding from the older generations too. Because I think a lot of times the older generations and us, we kind of clash because they feel like we not working hard enough or we're not doing this and that because y'all had so much opportunity at a time where things probably didn't cost as much or whatever the case may be. But you listen, inflation is high, the world is different, and both of us, our generations, need to come together to come to an understanding, especially the ones that got money. Because like y'all love to say, we the new adults.
Right.
You know, we the world.
Right.
So let's help each other out.
Help each
you know
other
what
out.
I'm saying? Especially because a lot of us are older now. We got kids of our own and things. So,
But you made a good
Yeah.
point. You said something that was good. You said, you know, we didn't have inflation. We didn't have a lot of things that y'all dealt with. We didn't have a lot of things. And as a matter of fact, it was more jobs. You know, labor jobs, skilled jobs, just, you know. So it is a big dearth between the generations. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And we have to find a way to bridge that, to bring that forth in the whole 9 yards. So yes, you're right. Making some good, solid points there, Brother Terrell. Yes, sir. You're making some good points. That was a good point.
Okay.
Very good point. Now, let me ask y'all this. And I'm going to ask this from the perspective of, let's just put out here love. Does love still work?
love is not enough.
Oh, talk to me. What happened now? Love is what?
Love is not enough.
Talk to me.
Or, I mean, or at least what in respect do you mean? Just in general?
Just love. Just love. People loving, being back in that spirit of love.
Okay.
Loving folk,
Love
loving.
is not enough.
Okay, talk to me. Why is that? Talk to me.
You know, because you need to have also understanding,
Okay.
comprehension, reciprocity. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
My
Because
dictionary for that one.
you know,
I love it. Go ahead.
you know, you need all those things.
Yes.
Love is not enough, folks.
So love is not enough. So there are some other things connected to love.
For sure. You
Right,
know,
right.
It definitely takes a lot of work, and whatever kind of relationship you in, marriage, just boyfriend, girlfriend, or your relationship to your kids, whatever.
Whatever.
You know, you have to work hard at it. You have to meet that person halfway. You have to find out what they need and help sustain them. Not to say that you have to be everything to them.
To them, right.
I mean,
Exactly.
you can't be, but yeah, like you just have to support that person and just love them above all things. You know, through thick and thin. Even if you have to love somebody from a distance because of whatever reason,
Right.
You know, at least still have that love for
Still have that love.
Because above anything else, God say, you know, love your neighbor, right?
That's right. That's right. So, in your life, have you experienced some unconditional love where people just love you just because they love you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Yeah. You experienced that, huh? Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. That's
Mom,
real love.
I got a lot. I think I got a
Yeah.
pretty stable support system.
Yeah,
And things,
yeah,
and a lot
yeah.
of people, I think,
That love you.
anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I believe I know what love is.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
But yeah, and to answer your question, though, yeah, I don't think love is enough. Like I said,
Okay.
you have to work at it.
Got to work at it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to hear from their generation.
Honestly, I think I agree. I do
Okay.
think I agree. As I
Wow.
get older, I think I'm starting to see what people mean by love is not enough. And I've always heard that perspective coming from the perspective of like relationships, like marriage and stuff like
Okay.
that. And they're like, love alone isn't enough. And
Right.
I think I get the dynamic and get
Yeah.
why they say that. I think love is the foundation, period. Like,
Foundation.
I mean, if it's not built on love, it's going to crumble. So I think love is the foundation. But
Okay.
I do see what they mean and what people mean when they say it's
Right.
not enough. Like love, think about love again as the foundation. You just build on love.
Just build on. Yes.
Just
Yes.
build on
Yes.
it. If
yes.
you build on it, then you know, and
Yeah.
it's meant to be. It's gonna happen for you.
It's gonna happen.
So, yes, sir.
I love it. That's the foundation.
Yes, sir.
You're an old man inside. You know that? You're nothing but an old man inside. These kids are in their 20s. These kids are not 20s. These kids are in their 70s. I'm telling you, they're in their 70s with the wisdom, and I love it. I love both of it. Well, what's next for Terrell? What's your next thing in life? That's your final question. What's next for you?
What's next for me? Well, I got 3 different shows I'm trying to be in. One of them, they just reached out to me just
Talk to us.
just because.
What kind of show?
Well, one of them is, I think, who was it? Figures and faces and things. It's about like portraits and like the nude body, just the human body. And
Okay.
things.
Okay.
And another one was it's at like a theater, you know, for plays and things. And
Okay.
they sometimes like have every year artists have paintings on the wall that corresponding to the play
Okay. Got you.
and things.
Right.
And then it was something else. I forget.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It was something else in my hometown in Spartanburg, Greenville, and the first place win to get $2,500. So I'm trying to get that.
Get that 2,500. You better get that 2,500.
Get that
Yeah.
paper.
You're going to get that 2,500. You better get that 2,500.
that
We're going to
coinage.
speak that 2,500
You know
come.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah, that's
Okay.
that though. But
Okay.
I guess above anything else, I'm
Okay.
just trying to be in museums all over the world.
Okay.
Lord's willing.
Okay.
That's
There you
what I'm
go.
trying to do.
If that's your desire, young man,
Yeah,
there is nothing. Can I tell you what can stop you?
I'm listening.
You.
Amen to that.
Not nobody outside of you, none of that. The only person that can stop you from being in every museum that you want to is you.
Yeah.
And if you stop you, then it's your fault. But if you keep going and you close out these when you're focused and you stay focused and you close out these before you know it, you'll be in the places and the spaces that you need to be in. So we're looking for you to do some great things. You hear me? Yes, sir. We're looking forward. Yes, we are. We're looking forward. What's your next thing? What you doing? What's on the calendar? What you got?
Man, it's a lot. I'm planning on producing, creating some more films.
Yes, sir.
Series, being in them, behind and in front of the camera.
So you direct.
Directing.
Tell everybody
acting.
what is you act, direct, act. Please tell them. Let them know.
Say that once more.
Tell them what you do. Directing, acting. Tell them what you
yes,
do. Please.
Act, direct.
Yes.
I write music and films.
Yes.
I produce music and films.
And film. Yes.
I'm a rapper. I'm an artist. Believe I said actor already. Podcaster. As you can see.
Yeah.
I'm a blessed individual,
Yes, you are.
to say the least.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And he's doing mighty things. You come from a good bloodline. Both of y'all do. Come from a good bloodline. Well, we have an expectancy on you fellas. We have an expectancy. I'm an older man now. You guys are the younger generation. We have an expectancy that you guys pull this off for us. We have an expectancy that you will make your dreams come true. And in the Uncle's Lounge, that's what I want you to do. I want your dreams to come true. See, this lounge here is that place where we can come and we can talk. No judgments, no anything. But the biggest thing that my job is to push you. Push you to keep going. Push you to go past the limits. Past everything that says you can't, into the can that you know you can do. And you guys have already started that. Your generation, you've already started that. But I just wanted to, have you here just to give that push just a little more. So we got an expectancy on you guys. And we want to see you do some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. And don't give up. You hear me? And that decision, that's all it takes. You hear me? Is a decision. You get centered. Once you get centered, nothing out this way, because you made up your mind, can stop you. So you get centered on that and watch for it to happen. Okay? Yes, sir. You continue to do what it is that you do. And sometimes you can look out for your papa. If you're doing a film, I could play a role in gangster, something. I can play something.
I done had you up
You
here,
know what I'm saying?
man.
I can play something in the film.
I done had you. Trust
You have me in there?
I done had you up
I
here.
can play, listen, put me in there, put me in there. Let me ask you this one thing though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Since you did bring this up, let me ask you this one thing. Now, you sit down and write a movie. Is that just like, it's just, because I know nothing about it. Is that like just writing a story? How does that work? Because you got to have characters and then the lines upon lines, but people got to answer each other. And how does that, that's a lot.
Essentially, it is like writing a story. I do think it tends to be a little deeper than that because it's a lot more things to kind of factor in. But essentially, it's pretty much writing a story.
Pretty much writing a story.
I'd say they come from the same father. Same dad, different mama.
Yeah, different mama. I like that. Yes. Okay. Well, listen, you guys have been a blessing to me today. And I'm so glad that we had the opportunity to talk. I had the opportunity to meet you, young man.
Yeah,
Amen.
I appreciate
Yes.
you.
Yes.
This is cool.
Thank you. That make old man feel good that I'm cool. I love that. Thank you so. You'll be seeing me. Don't worry about it. You'll see me. Yeah, because
Right.
we're gonna collab. We're gonna do some stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, we're gonna do some stuff.
Absolutely.
This is our time, and we're going to do something because I'm gonna let y'all know something. The world is about to need us.
1000%.
They're about to need us, and we're going to be there in any way or form that we can to make it better, to do it better, however we do it. But I'm so glad that you young men stopped by the Uncle's Lounge today. Come and spend time with Unc and to be a blessing. And I love both of them. They're great young men. We want to both keep them in prayer. Everybody, every time you see their faces in your image, just keep these fellas in prayer. and know that this is the generation that's going to make the difference. Thank you guys for coming to the Uncle's Lounge. Thank you guys for tuning in. Join us next time on the Uncle's Lounge.